Sorry, as I mentioned earlier, it is the International Day of Prayer 2021, and that's for the persecuted church, which, as you know, there are top 50 countries for persecution, but the church in general, as stated by Christ, will be hated and also persecuted, and those who are persecuted are blessed. So November 7th, which is today, millions of Christians worldwide are uniting for just one cause, to join the global body of Christ for the 2021 International Day of Prayer for the Persecuted. And the number one thing persecuted Christians ask for, unsurprisingly, is prayer. Don't listen to anyone who says prayer is insufficient. Prayer is utterly sufficient. It doesn't mean you can't then do some other good works. But without prayer, it's going to avail you nothing. So every year in preparation for the first or second Sunday of November, the International Christian Concern assembles like resource kits and stuff like that. What I will do is upload that to YouTube later. And I'm in conversation with a very good friend of mine, and we're going to create some kind of prayer group or resource group or after you, sir. And yeah, so we're going to do that. That's up and coming. Please do remind me. So what these resources have in them are bulletin points and like short videos to basically equip you with everything you need. And there shouldn't. It is a yearly day of prayer, but every day is a better day when it's a prayerful one. So with that in mind, I just remind you of the countless videos at this point that I've made on individual persecuted church members, another 44 people massacred in Nigeria very recently. I have a September update that I've yet to cover because I kind of had some ill health and stuff, but there are millions, 340 million at last year's count, Christians at high to extreme levels of persecution. And we're not talking didn't get the job because, we're talking dismembered, butchered, set on fire, raped, have their village set fire to, internally displaced peoples. We're talking being falsely imprisoned, repeatedly ripped to shreds in the street, attacked in courtrooms for being, whilst on trial for false blasphemy accusations against a largely peaceful religious figure. So also the godless persecute Christians. Korea and China especially. China is, I love this place, China is number one in the world for the persecution of our brothers and sisters. They either receive, for just saying these three words, I love Jesus. They might even say it in less words in Chinese. I've no idea. The point is that can get you interred in a concentration camp. Re-education is the best option you're going to get, and that's via torture. What you're most likely to get is killed, basically, summarily executed, because why do they want to feed you if you're there? So mothers' meetings are disrupted by the CCP, literally a couple of mums and their kids drinking tea, because the name of Christ is the only one by which you may be saved. And of course atheists, they're not really atheists, they are anti-theists. They are against the truth. They're not out there protesting against any old twaddle. The truth hurts and the truth will set you free, and they don't want you to be free. China's influence, let's not get me started, but China especially hate God. The CCP, I don't mean Chinese people. And anyone who loves my God, I love them. Anyone who hates my God, I have to love them a little bit more, to be fair. And it can be a bit tricky. So please do get on your knees, get out your rosary, go into your quiet room by yourself where the Father sees you in secret. Go out on the street. It doesn't really matter, but please spend an extra 5 minutes. That's all I'm asking for. 300 seconds. Just to remember, because when they suffer, we suffer, and God forbid they are suffering because we suffer in the first place, because we're pretty liberal in these Western places, and those in Nigeria can only dream of those freedoms, quite frankly. And Jesus is Lord, and he is the King of Kings, and he is the Almighty and the mighty God, and the government is on his shoulders. And come Judgment Day, I don't want to be kneeling there trying to explain why I just couldn't be bothered to give 5 minutes of prayer. So there's my hard sell and my emotional manipulation. But if you can't, God bless you. And if you can, God has already blessed you with the ability. Laters.